Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Roseanne. Welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm in my room on my Alaska cruise. This is the very last day. We're on the high seas all day. We're going to end up in Whittier tomorrow morning, and from there I'm going to be catching a dome train into the Denali Forest. But what I thought would be really fun is just to go through some really important 8 tips or 8 pieces of information that might be very helpful to you if you're planning a cruise, especially to Alaska. Now, this is my very first cruise. I am a land expert. I travel on land mostly, so I've been on this cruise with the eye on how do I serve my clients best, experiencing it for myself. So I wanted to share with you a few things that you need to know when you're going on a cruise. The first thing is packing. So I like to pack light. It's very important to me. It's so much easier, but I followed the cruise line's packing list because I wanted to really experience the whole experience, right? So I packed casual, nice things for the evening, and I packed 2 dressy dresses for the dressy nights. And then I packed the stuff to go on hikes and to be in Alaska. So one of the things that I found was not everybody dresses up. Now I know that varies per cruise line, and I'm on Holland America, but not everyone dresses up. So I didn't even wear some of the dresses that I wanted to wear because I felt too dressy and I didn't need to. The other thing that it was really an eye-opening situation for me is there are no irons or steamers or anything in your room, but they have laundry service. So if you bring clothes that are wrinkly, be prepared to send them to the laundry for a fee, and they will iron them and dry clean them or launder them, whatever you need, but you can't do it yourself. The other thing that was what is important when you're going to Alaska is that you just never know what the weather is going to be like. So I was very prepared for a very wet and rainy Alaska trip. So I brought 2 pairs of waterproof shoes. I didn't need that because I ended up being in a very beautiful weather. So it's important to hedge your bets. Do you want to be prepared for bad weather, which you want to? And so just know what kind of cruise line you're going on, and if the dressy night is mandatory, because I heard, now I've never experienced this, that a lot of those cruise lines make more of a big deal of a dressy night than they did here on this ship. I still dressed nice and it was fun, but I overpacked. I did, and it's annoying to overpack. But I wanted to experience the whole thing. So that's something for you to consider when you're packing for a cruise. You can be more thrifty in your packing if you want to. But it was easy because I didn't have to move our luggage around. We're here in one spot. So number 2 is when you're coming on board. Our boarding, they give you a specific boarding time when you're able to board the ship, but we got there early. So we got dropped off by the taxi right in the garage where they're getting our luggage. So we were able to check our luggage in right away. We didn't have to walk around with our luggage, but we decided, since we were early and the shops around that area on the port were all closed, that we decided to check in early and just to get in line. And that worked out really great. We met some really fun people in line. We were able just to go check in early, and we had a lot of fun actually talking to the people in line. A lot of people have so much cruise experience. There was a few people that hadn't, like me and my roommate, the gal that I traveled with. But it was fun. In fact, there were 2 women that we met that were traveling together, and we hung out this whole trip, and that was so much fun. I met so many wonderful people on this cruise. It was a really fun experience. Very nice. Now, the third thing is talking about excursions. Now, you can find excursions in different places. Your cruise ship is going to offer you some excursions. You can go to shoreexcursionsgroup.com and book your excursions. And I'm sure there are many other ways in which you can get your excursions because they're all aligned with the cruise coming into port and all aboard when they're leaving. The thing I would really recommend is to look at them all. Look at everything that your cruise ship has to offer. Look at everything the other independent excursions have to offer and make your decision pretty carefully. I booked on Shore Excursions Group and those trips were really great, but there was a lot of excursions through the cruise line that were really great and had more variety. So I think it's really important when you're looking, and your travel director can help you with that, but when you're looking through your excursions, make sure that you look all places to make sure you find the exact thing you want to do when you are on your Alaskan cruise. Okay, so number 4. This is just a fun little thing I noticed that I thought was super cute. There's a lot of people who are regular cruisers and they put little photos of their animals on their door, or if they're going with the group, they have their little tags on the door. They even have like special hooks that they hook on their door. So that's something that people do, and I thought that was really cute. I wanted to share that with you. So, you put your picture of whatever you want on your door, and that way you can always see your animal or whatever it is that you like. I was just kind of surprised to see that, and that was really fun. Because you have to remember, this is my first cruise on an ocean liner, and so it was fun to see all the nuances. Now let me talk about the drink package. This is when you get a drink package, which I have, they do limit the amount of drinks you can get in a day. For the particular ship that I'm in, it was 15 drinks a day. Now that includes your coffee, that includes water, and then that includes your alcoholic beverages, and they have a limit to the price. So you can buy a drink for $11 and that's included in your drink package, but if you go over that $11, then you pay the difference. The water is something that was, challenging because I like to drink a lot of water. There wasn't a lot of water. Everything costs money. This here is not part of the drink package, so when we drink this, they charge us extra for that. So you have to understand that when you're coming onto the cruise, you're going to have to be aware of what you're paying for and what's included in your drink package. So I can go and get like a bottle like this from a bar, and they can give me 2 bottles of this, and then you can, but it gets charged to your tab. So you need to be aware of that. I just wish they had a place where you can just fill your water bottles, because they don't want you filling your water bottles in the on the Lido deck is where all the food is, and they don't really like you to do that. But I really think it would be really great to have water accessible to us. Now the dinner package can have a lot of different options for you. So we had an option where for dinner we have the same table every night. We have a 5 o'clock seating, and we get to choose from a menu, and it was a very good experience. It was really fun. Some people just have the buffet. Some people have there's a lot of different options, so your travel agent can help you decide what option that you want to use for your dinner package. So the dinner was really good at our table, and the food's been really great. There's lots of options, and I know that there are some cruise lines that have elevated food and some cruise lines that might have lesser quality food, but the food that we had here was really good. It was really good. So number 7, there are a lot of events on board that you can choose from. They have music, they have dancing, they have lessons that you could learn about the environment. They have art classes, they have lots of different entertainment. On this ship, there are different events that you can do, And I know if you're on a bigger cruise ship, they have a lot more events, but we had a lot of fun. We went to go see the BB King's All Stars, and they played really good music. It was really a fun time. They had a comedian. There was opportunities every day to do something different. So you had a lot of time to do something fun while you're on the ship. Because right now we're on the ship for a whole day. And yesterday we went into Glacier Bay yesterday, and we were able to see this beautiful glacier and that beautiful national park at Glacier Bay on our boat. And not all boats can get into Glacier Bay, and that's why this ship was so great, because we were able to get into Glacier Bay. We were able to view these glaciers and all this wildlife. It was really beautiful, and I'm sure it would have been so amazing to be actually in the park on foot. That would be a really great adventure to go on. But anyway, we're on the boat, for 2 whole days, and so there's a lot of things. There's a spa, there's a thermal tub that you can get into, there are pools, there's pickleball, basketball, ping pong, lots of things to keep you entertained, lounge chairs that you can just lay on and just enjoy the sun. We were so lucky that we had sun, because now as we're going into Whittier, there's a weather front coming in and there'll be some rain. So the last thing I want to talk about is just little tidbits about this Alaska cruise that I thought were pretty cool. The one thing that I really liked about this cruise is that they really honored the Native American tribe, the Tlingit. Anyway, I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. They really honored and gave a lot of time to teach us about the Native Americans that were in this land before we came here. And there's a big movement and really stepping into their tradition here, which is really nice. And I liked learning about their culture and how they live in the land and how they did live in the land and the totems that they had. So it was really nice to know that they honored this land, and this vessel, this cruise ship, really talked about that. We also had the Alaskan Geographic Society. The park rangers come on board to give us lectures around the wildlife in Glacier Bay. So I really appreciated the fact that we got to learn as well as see. One of the things that was really interesting is that they take the spruce tips, the new green growth of those spruce trees, and they use those as nutritional, because I guess they're very nutritious. They have a lot of vitamin C. They have a lot of vitamins in those spruce tips. And back in the day when the gold rush was here, a lot of the citizens that lived here were actually dying from scurvy. And they were told you need to eat or drink the tea made from these spruce tips, but they still wouldn't do it. So then they brewed a beer with those spruce tips in it, and they were actually able to drink that beer and get some nutrition, and that scurvy went away. So of course, those men, all they wanted to drink was beer when they were out here, during the gold rush. And I thought that was a fun story, because those spruce tips are still used today, and you can buy them online. I Googled it, and I never knew that, and it was very interesting. So at Southeast Alaska, where we're at, is a rainforest. So there's a lot of rain here, a lot of cloudy days. On average, in between all of those cities in Alaska, you can get between 60 and 70 days a year of sun. The rest is rain and fogs and clouds. So that's even a bigger gift to know that we were able to see this beautiful area and actually see the glaciers on a sunny day. So that kind of wraps up just a little bit of the cruise situation here. Today they have a on deck for cause event where it's a 5K walk around the ship. They have like this track that you can walk around the ship. 3 laps is 1 mile. I've been doing that every day. And so anyway, they raise money for charity, and I'm going to be doing that this afternoon. And we're going to be landing in Whittier tomorrow morning. We'll be getting off, and I'm going on a dome train to the Denali Forest for 2 nights, and I'm super excited to see that forest and what we can experience there. So this trip has been really great, and I hope this information has been helpful. If you ever want to plan a cruise, it'd be great to go through a travel agent to make sure that you get everything that you need and get your advice. It's always confusing when you're going on a cruise for the first time. It's nice to have someone help you through the process. So if you like this video, please like it and subscribe. Ring the bell so you can get notified when I do new videos. And have a great day. Ciao for now. Bye.